The pattern was so subtle that it took military investigators 18 months to notice. Marine officers were dying in combat zones at rates that exceeded normal casualty projections, and the deaths were always from sniper fire that demonstrated exceptional skill and tactical knowledge. The precision of the shots suggested enemy snipers with advanced training, but intelligence reports indicated no such capabilities among hostile forces. The breakthrough came when investigators realized that every dead officer had been killed by Marines who had graduated from Diana Foster's sniper program. Gunnery Sergeant Diana Foster had been the Marine Corps' premier sniper instructor for 12 years, operating out of the Scout Sniper School at Marine Corps Base Quantico in Virginia. Her program was considered the most elite marksmanship training in the American military, producing snipers whose precision and tactical expertise were legendary throughout special operations communities worldwide. What are you eating while watching this story? Don't forget to follow and support. Diana's reputation within the Marine Corps was unparalleled. She had trained over 800 Marine snipers during her tenure, and her graduates were among the most sought-after personnel for high-value target elimination missions and precision support operations in every major conflict zone where American forces were deployed. The Scout Sniper School, under Diana's leadership, had achieved a success rate that exceeded every performance metric established by military training commands. Her students consistently achieved the highest marksmanship scores in Marine Corps history, and their combat performance exceeded all expectations for precision, reliability, and mission effectiveness. Diana's teaching methods were revolutionary in their approach to developing both technical shooting skills and the psychological conditioning necessary for effective sniper operations. Her curriculum combined advanced ballistics training with intensive psychological preparation that enabled her students to operate effectively under extreme stress and to maintain precision accuracy under combat conditions that would compromise lesser marksmen. The psychological component of Diana's training was particularly innovative, focusing on developing the mental discipline necessary to eliminate high-value targets while maintaining emotional detachment from the consequences of their actions. Her students learned to compartmentalize their emotions and to focus exclusively on mission objectives regardless of external pressures or personal concerns. Diana's background made her uniquely qualified to develop such comprehensive training programs. She had served 3 combat deployments as a sniper herself, with confirmed eliminations of over 40 high-value targets in Iraq and Afghanistan. Her combat experience provided practical insights that enriched her training curriculum and gave her credibility with students who respected her proven abilities in actual combat situations. The tactical innovations Diana introduced to sniper training became standard protocols throughout the Marine Corps and were adopted by other military services and allied forces. Her methods for target identification, range estimation, and environmental compensation became required components of advanced marksmanship programs worldwide. Diana's influence extended beyond individual training to strategic doctrine for sniper employment in modern warfare. Her analysis of effective sniper tactics influenced mission planning, equipment development, and operational procedures that affected how American forces utilized precision marksmen in complex operational environments. The academic credentials Diana had earned through military education programs included advanced degrees in psychology and military science that informed her approach to developing comprehensive training programs. Her research into the psychological factors that affected marksmanship performance was published in military journals and became required reading for instructors throughout sniper training programs. But Diana's exceptional qualifications and sterling reputation were masking a carefully concealed agenda that had been developing throughout her entire career as a sniper instructor. Her loyalty to the Marine Corps was a meticulously constructed facade that concealed her true objective of systematically eliminating Marine leadership through a network of snipers who had been trained specifically for that purpose. The recruitment process Diana used to identify suitable candidates for her conspiracy was subtle and sophisticated, relying on psychological assessment techniques that identified Marines with specific personality characteristics that made them susceptible to ideological manipulation and willing to consider actions against their own command structure. Diana's selection criteria focused on Marines who demonstrated exceptional marksmanship potential, but who also showed signs of frustration with military hierarchy. dissatisfaction with strategic decisions made by senior leadership, or personal grievances against specific commanding officers. These psychological vulnerabilities provided entry points for the gradual indoctrination process that would convert loyal Marines into willing participants in assassination operations. The indoctrination process Diana employed was gradual and carefully structured to avoid detection by military security protocols designed to identify potential insider threats. Her approach involved building personal relationships with selected students and gradually introducing concepts that questioned the effectiveness and legitimacy of current Marine Corps leadership. Diana's psychological manipulation techniques were sophisticated applications of principles she had learned through her advanced education in psychology and through observation of enemy propaganda methods that had been used against American personnel in previous conflicts. Her approach was designed to exploit existing frustrations and to redirect them toward specific targets within the Marine Corps command structure. The ideological framework Diana used to justify her conspiracy was based on claims that Marine Corps leadership had become corrupt, incompetent, and disconnected from the needs of enlisted personnel who were bearing the costs of strategic decisions made by officers who were more concerned with personal advancement than with mission effectiveness or personnel welfare. Diana's narrative portrayed her conspiracy as a patriotic effort to reform the Marine Corps by eliminating leaders who were responsible for strategic failures, unnecessary casualties, and institutional problems that were undermining the effectiveness of American military operations worldwide. Her conspiracy was presented as necessary corrective action rather than treasonous betrayal. The training modifications Diana implemented to support her conspiracy were subtle alterations to standard sniper curriculum that enhanced her students' capabilities for operations against American targets while maintaining the appearance of routine marksmanship training. These modifications included specialized instruction in identifying and engaging targets in American uniforms and equipment. Diana's tactical training included detailed instruction in American military protocols, command structures, and operational patterns that would enable her conspirators to identify high-value targets within American forces and to plan assassination operations that would appear to be enemy action rather than friendly fire incidents. The intelligence training Diana provided included instruction in collecting and analyzing information about American command personnel, their movement patterns, security arrangements, and operational schedules. This intelligence would be essential for planning assassination operations that could be executed successfully without exposing the conspiracy. The communication protocols Diana established for coordinating her conspiracy used techniques adapted from Special Operations Communication Security to enable secure coordination between conspirators while avoiding detection by military counterintelligence monitoring systems. The protocols were designed to appear as routine training communications while actually coordinating assassination operations. The first assassination operation executed by Diana's conspiracy occurred during a joint training exercise in North Carolina, where Colonel Michael Rodriguez was killed by sniper fire that was initially attributed to an accident involving live fire training scenarios. The investigation concluded that Rodriguez had been killed by friendly fire resulting from coordination failures during complex training operations. But the forensic analysis of the shooting that killed Rodriguez revealed ballistic evidence that was inconsistent with accidental friendly fire. The precision of the shot and the location from which it had been fired suggested deliberate targeting by a highly skilled marksman who had positioned himself specifically to eliminate Rodriguez during the training exercise. The second assassination occurred 3 months later during deployment operations in Syria, where Lieutenant Colonel Sarah Martinez was killed by sniper fire that was attributed to enemy action. The tactical situation suggested that Martinez had been targeted by an exceptionally skilled enemy sniper who had managed to penetrate American security perimeters and eliminate a high-value target. The investigation into Martinez's death revealed that the sniper position used for the assassination required detailed knowledge of American operational patterns and security procedures that would not normally be available to enemy forces. The precision of the shot and the timing of the operation suggested inside information about Martinez's movements and activities. The pattern of officer deaths continued over 18 months, with Marine commanders being eliminated at rates that exceeded normal combat casualty projections. Each assassination was executed with precision that demonstrated advanced training and detailed intelligence about American operations, but the killings were attributed to increasingly sophisticated enemy capabilities. The breakthrough in identifying the conspiracy came when Captain James Wilson, a counterintelligence analyst specializing in insider threat detection, began analyzing the career backgrounds of Marines who had been in proximity to assassination sites. Wilson's analysis revealed that graduates of Diana's sniper program had been present at every location where Marine officers had been killed by precision sniper fire. Wilson's investigation revealed that Diana's former students were positioned throughout Marine units deployed in every major operational theater, and that their assignments consistently placed them in locations where they would have access to senior officers who subsequently became assassination targets. The pattern was too consistent to be explained by coincidence. The surveillance operation that was established to monitor Diana's activities revealed that she was maintaining contact with her former students through communications networks that were ostensibly related to ongoing professional development and alumni relations for the sniper program. But analysis of the communications revealed coded instructions for target identification and assassination planning. The technical analysis of Diana's communications revealed that she was using sophisticated encryption techniques to coordinate assassination operations while maintaining the appearance of routine professional correspondence. Her messages contained detailed intelligence about target movements, security arrangements, and optimal positioning for elimination operations. The evidence that definitively proved Diana's leadership of the assassination conspiracy came from surveillance recordings that captured her providing detailed briefings to current students about techniques for eliminating American officers while making such operations appear to be enemy action. The briefings included instruction in evidence manipulation and operational security for assassination operations. Diana's arrest was conducted during a routine training exercise at Quantico to avoid alerting other members of her conspiracy who were deployed in operational theaters around the world. The arrest team included counterintelligence specialists who were prepared to immediately begin operations to identify and apprehend other conspiracy members. The interrogation of Diana revealed the full scope of her conspiracy and the ideological motivations that had driven her to organize systematic assassination operations against Marine Corps leadership. Her confession provided detailed information about conspiracy members, operational plans, and targets that had been designated for future elimination operations. The investigation that followed Diana's arrest led to the identification and apprehension of over 60 Marines who had been recruited into her assassination conspiracy. The conspiracy members were found to be positioned throughout Marine units worldwide, with some having achieved senior enlisted and junior officer positions that provided access to high-value targets. The damage assessment conducted after the conspiracy's exposure revealed that Diana's network had been responsible for the deaths of 23 Marine officers over 18 months, including several colonels who had been considered likely candidates for promotion to general officer rank. The conspiracy had effectively decapitated significant portions of Marine Corps leadership. The psychological evaluation of Diana after her arrest revealed the complex ideological framework she had developed to justify her conspiracy. Her beliefs included claims that Marine Corps leadership had become fundamentally corrupt and that eliminating key officers was necessary to prevent further damage to American military effectiveness and personnel welfare. The investigation into Diana's background revealed that her conspiracy had been developing for years before she began implementing assassination operations. Her assignment to the sniper instructor position had been specifically sought as a means of recruiting and training personnel who could execute her planned operations against Marine leadership. The counterintelligence analysis of Diana's methods revealed sophisticated understanding of psychological manipulation techniques and operational security procedures that had enabled her conspiracy to operate undetected for extended periods. Her training in psychology had provided tools for recruiting willing participants and for maintaining their loyalty to the conspiracy. The trial of Diana and her co-conspirators was conducted under military jurisdiction with extensive security measures to protect classified information about sniper training methods and counterintelligence procedures. The proceedings revealed the full extent of the conspiracy and the methodical approach Diana had used to organize systematic assassination operations. Diana's conviction on charges of treason, murder, and conspiracy resulted in a death sentence that reflected the severity of her crimes against fellow Marines and the institutional damage her conspiracy had caused to Marine Corps leadership and operational effectiveness. Her co-conspirators received sentences ranging from life imprisonment to death, depending on their levels of involvement. The institutional reforms implemented in response to Diana's conspiracy included enhanced psychological screening for personnel assigned to instructor positions, improved monitoring of alumni networks from specialized training programs, and enhanced counterintelligence procedures for detecting insider threat conspiracies within military training establishments. The review of sniper training programs that followed Diana's exposure led to comprehensive reforms in curriculum oversight, instructor supervision, and student evaluation procedures designed to prevent similar conspiracies from developing within specialized training programs. The reforms included enhanced security measures for communications and training materials. The psychological support programs established for Marines who had been trained by Diana included counseling services to help them process the revelation that their trusted instructor had been training them to kill their own officers. Many of Diana's students struggled with questions about whether their training had been compromised and whether they could trust their own abilities and judgment. The legacy of Diana's conspiracy influenced military training doctrine and counterintelligence procedures for years after her arrest. Her case became a classified study in how insider threats could exploit positions of trust and authority to organize sophisticated conspiracies that could operate undetected within military training establishments. Gunnery Sergeant Diana Foster had indeed trained snipers for 12 years, but her true objective had been to create a network of assassins who could systematically eliminate Marine Corps leadership from within. Her exceptional reputation as an instructor had provided perfect cover for organizing one of the most sophisticated and dangerous conspiracies in military history. The Marines who had been trained by Diana struggled with the realization that their skills had been developed not to protect American interests, but to undermine them through targeted assassination of their own officers. The betrayal was particularly devastating because Diana had been seen as a mentor and role model by students who had trusted her completely. The sniper program that Diana had led was disbanded and completely restructured to prevent similar conspiracies from developing. New oversight procedures, instructor rotation policies, and counterintelligence monitoring systems were implemented to ensure that specialized training programs could not be exploited for organizing insider threat operations. Diana Foster's conspiracy had demonstrated that the most dangerous enemies of American military forces could be found within the ranks of personnel who were trusted with the most sensitive training responsibilities. Her case became a reminder that expertise without loyalty is more dangerous than any external threat, and that the most effective conspiracies are those organized by individuals who are most trusted to maintain institutional security. The pattern that had taken investigators 18 months to notice had revealed a conspiracy that challenged fundamental assumptions about trust, loyalty, and security within military training establishments. Diana's systematic elimination of Marine officers had nearly succeeded in decapitating significant portions of Marine Corps leadership before the pattern was detected and the conspiracy was exposed. The legacy of Diana Foster's conspiracy would influence military counterintelligence procedures and training oversight for decades, serving as a constant reminder that the most dangerous threats to military effectiveness often come from within, organized by individuals who are trusted most completely and who exploit that trust to organize the most sophisticated betrayals.